Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Two of the best teams in the game square off. It's the Minnesota Twins and the Boston Red Sox. Okay, Singy, he's got some extra swagger today after that monster performance in the last game. So much confidence in that swing.
No doubt about it, Boog. He did everything but drive the team bus back to the hotel. Looking forward to seeing if he can ride that wave into this one.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. So, almost ready to get underway. Today's starting pitcher, Cliff Lee.
Well, that whip is just below the league average, and that's a good thing in this case, not allowing too many base runners. So on most days, he's going to go out there and compete and put his team in a position to win, and I expect to see that from him in this one today.
Tony Oliva, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one.
1-0.
And that's in for a strike. Oliva walloped 3 extra base hits in his last game. That's through there for a strike. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Stays alive. The pitch. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Grounds one to short. Smith. 1 out in the top of the first. Now the lineup for the Twins as constructed by Rocco Baldelli.
Shortstop.
And it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt the game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
Now Correa up to hit. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. That's outside, and that's ball one. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitcher's arm.
Oh, gets dirty to first, and that's a great play for the out.
Great read off the bat by the second baseman. He took it perfect angle to get to this ball, knowing that he was going to have to dive to cut it off. Gets up and completes the play from the outfield grass. What a great job of picking up his pitcher.
Let's go, Hans Wagner.
Is empty. Next is the designated hitter, Rod Carew. Yeah, that's fouled off. 2 out, space is empty. Next offering is in for a strike. Line drive, brings it in for the 3rd out. Twins are set down 1-2-3. Now the Red Sox will get their shot. No score. Back after this on the show. Back here at Fenway Park, and today's starter, Joe Ryan. Tell us about him in that sub-3 ERA, Siggy.
Well, anytime you can keep your ERA under 3, you're doing a lot of things right, and you're putting your team in a position to win a lot of ball games as well. And he's doing tremendous out there on the mound. Every time he gets the ball, you expect him to go out there and dominate, and that's what he's been to this point. We'll see how he is today.
Hannes Wagner leading things off and takes a strike. Up the middle, and it's through for a hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Timing of the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't score it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Now here is Hank Aaron upstairs. For Joe Ryan, the journey's so interesting when you think of a guy who started his college career at Cal State Northridge and then ultimately transferred to a Division II school, Cal State Stanislaus. Nobody out, runner at first.
That's the ball low.
It was out of Cal State Stanislaus that he was a 7th-round pick by the Rays, and then eventually, there goes the runner. Pitch in for a strike. Throw there. Safe. And the league leader in stolen bases does it again. Siggy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Hit hard on the ground to short. And he can't come up with it.
Batting third, left fielder.
Well, I definitely think the speed down the line played a factor on that throw. He had more time than he thought, but as a fielder, the speed of the game and the speed of the runner sometimes can get in your head, and he just rushed it and failed to make a clean throw.
So stepping in for Boston, Ted Williams. Very used to hitting in spots like this. Right now, second in the AL in RBIs. Down and away for ball one.
1-0.
First and second here, no outs. That missed by a lot. And the count is 2-0.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Swing and a ball driven out to center. That's back there. And it hits off the monster. One runs in and heading for the plate. In to score from first, and they lead by 2.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring it back.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Manny Ramirez up next for the Red Sox. Enters this one with the 7th best average in the American League. And that chops in for a strike.
That's the ball. 1-1.
Inside corner, and that's called a strike.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Next pitch is outside.
Ball.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
So digging in, David Ortiz. And that is out of play. And that one fouled off.
He's getting the barrel to the ball. He's just got to work on that timing a little bit.
Swings and sends a rocket to right. Oliva makes the catch. Runner tags at second, and he's up to third safely with 2 gone.
Batting sixth.
Check out the
Infielder,
Red Sox lineup.
Willie
It features a great veteran presence, Ted Williams.
We are watching one of the greatest hitters that has ever lived. You're talking about a career OPS over 1,000. Think of the other names in the conversation with this guy. Rogers Hornsby, Lou Gehrig, Jimmy Fox, Ted Williams, Babe Ruth. Just amazing.
Willie Mays in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat. Drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
1-1.
Red Sox already leading. Next pitch misses, and that's ball 2.
Well, they're really running up the pitch count in this first inning. Lots of confidence from this team that is perhaps the hottest in baseball right now.
And now 2-2.
That splitty's a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand, looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. And it's 2-zip. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. And now for the Twins, Harmon Killebrew. Lee back to work. Ball 1 there.
That missed. That's a ball. 1-0.
Next offering is fouled back. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
1-2.
Chases the changeup in the dirt. On to first. In time to get him. 1 away on the strikeout.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday. Another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
Justin Morneau, the next Twin up to hit. That misses the zone. 1-0. One out, base is empty. Next offering is fouled back. The 1-1 is fouled off. One down, base is empty. And it's even up.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Swing and a high fly ball deep left field. And it bangs off the monster. Now he'll turn for second, and he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Everything came together for him. Just about
Catcher,
got it out of here down the line to left. So I'm sure he wishes he could have put a little more behind it, but he's got to feel good about that missile off the wall.
And now Joe Mauer, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Hank pulls it down, and there's 2 down. Ryan Dozier,
Batting
the
7th,
next Twin up to
second baseman,
hit.
Ryan Dozier.
Dozier launched a homer in his most recent game.
0-1.
Morneau stands at second with 2 gone.
That missed. That's a ball.
Lined into right. And that gets down for a base hit. And they hold him at third. 90 feet away with 2 out.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Here's Byron Buxton. And the first offering is not close. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third.
Nope, ball.
And that misses. 2 balls, no strikes. And another ball. Snap throw to first.
No.
Dozier
Safe.
back easily. There's a strike. Tying run is at first here in the second game of the series. And they're all loaded up.
Take your base.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much
Batting
gifted
ninth,
him first
center
base with a
fielder,
quick
Trevor
free pass.
Larnach.
So bases all loaded up. Here's Trevor Larnach. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. 1 runs in. Here's the throw. Safe. In comes the run from second. We are tied at 2.
Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
First and second, 2 outs. Tony Oliva, the next twin up to hit. 0 for 1 so far. And that's off the inside edge. Ball 1. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. First and second, 2 down. Here at the top of the second. Swing and a ball popped up. Jimenez. And that's the 3rd out. They get 2 and draw even again. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. We are tied 2-2. Back here in Boston,
Leading
bottom of the
off
second,
for
and
the
stepping
Red
in for
Sox.
Boston, Ozzie Smith.
Ozzie Smith.
The shortstop takes a ball. Breaking ball through there for a strike. Our umpire behind the plate, Jerry Hillsdale. High praise for Jerry when we talk to people around the game.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Boog. He's very straightforward, very consistent back there. So most of the time, you're not even going to think about him. That's a good thing.
Next offering in there for a strike. And that's strike 2. Chris, do players ever change their approach in meaningful ways based on who's umpiring, or is it good to just be aware of tendencies so you're not that surprised?
I'd say the latter, because the pitcher's got to pitch to his strengths regardless. The hitter's got to hit to his strengths. So you're aware of it, but you have to just hunt for what you can handle.
Here's the catcher, Jason Varitek. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field.
batting ninth, third baseman, Andres.
Man at first with one gone. Here's the third baseman, Andres Jimenez. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike, and it's 0-1.
But this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
The 0-2. Line drive to short and caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now it's the second baseman, Honus Wagner. Scored the first run of the game back in the first after a single to reach base. And that's in for a strike. And that one is lifted in the air. Buxton sizing it up. He makes the grab, and that will end the inning. And the Red Sox lead one. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Carlos Correa.
On the ground. Jimenez throw to first. And Correa retired. Now it's the DH, Rod Carew. He's 0 for 1. Missed with a changeup. And that is ball one. Carew hitting third in the lineup. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Lifted in the air out to left. And it falls. So a man aboard now with one away.
Now batting.
That's a ball that a lot of times you'll see the shortstop or left fielder be able to get to if it hangs up in the air long enough. But right there, it just died and found a way to drop in on the green stuff for the base hit.
Here's some real power at the plate. Harmon Killebrew. He's 0 for 1. Foul ball there. Carew leads off first with one away. Next offering is fouled back. Now snap throw to first. Back in there standing. And that is downstairs. And a count 1-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Man at first, one away. That one not close. And that's ball two. On the ground, 2 ball. Wagner has it for 1. And that's 2. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. We are tied 2-2. And we're back. Now it's the right fielder, Hank Aaron.
Right. fielder, Henry Aaron.
Inside,
Nope,
just missed. This one popped up. Dozier hauls it in, and there's one away.
Up next for the Red Sox, left fielder, Ted
And the batter now,
Williams.
Ted Williams. He drove in 2 with a double his first time up. And that's a little high. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Buxton ranges back. And it's off the Green Monster. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Showed off some really nice oppo pop with that swing and just couldn't get it over the fence. But I absolutely love everything about that approach and the mechanics right there.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Manny Ramirez. There's the strike. Outside low, 1-1.
1-1.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does, and you're tied up.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Man at second. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out. A perfect example right there. That play discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
David Ortiz up next for the Red Sox. On the ground to first, could be 2. Over to Correa for 1. Back to the pitcher covering. It's a double play. Nicely done, and that'll do it. No runs on 2 base hits. No errors, and 1 man left. Back here at Fenway, John Shelby with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Justin Morneau. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 1.
Well, these Twins doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way. And I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Now batting.
Go ahead,
catcher,
run on
Joe
base.
Mauer.
And here's the catcher, Joe Mauer. Flied to right his first time. That misses. Ball 1.
Still relatively early, but with a pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
That one finds the zone, and the count even at 1. Fought off foul.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
Just missed.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Line drive, that's a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat
Now
we go
batting,
back to
second
later on
baseman,
when this game is
Brian
over.
Dozier.
Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Now at the plate, Brian Dozier. On a line out towards center. And that chance handled by Willie Mays. And there's one down.
Nothing instills more confidence in a team than a center fielder who makes a great play like that on the run. They can feed off the energy he brings just from his playmaking abilities.
Now the left fielder, Byron Buxton. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
Runners at first and second with one gone. Top half of inning number 4. Next offering is in for a strike.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. Not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 1 out. Runners at first and second. Swing and a drive by Buxton. Deep to left. Back there. And it hits off the monster. 1 runs in, around third. The run scores all the way from first. It's 4-2.
That's a lonely feeling for an outfielder. The read wasn't great, and it really hurts when it costs your team a run.
And now the center fielder, Trevor Larnach. That's in for a strike.
0-1.
And a strike. Now one missed.
1-2.
That's inside.
2-2.
Buxton, the runner at second with 1 away. Swing and a miss. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
Oliva in the box again, takes a strike. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, and that is that. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. It's now 4-2. It's major. Back here in Boston, ready to go, bottom 4. Here's a big... Power threat, Willie Mays. And that's a little bit high.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Just missed.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
Close one, doesn't get the call. And it's 3-0. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Ooh, that was definitely in the zone.
Behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter. But he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
Smith in the box, lays off for ball 1.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Strike 1. Runner at first with no outs here. That's off the inside corner. Now 2 balls and a strike.
2-1.
In the air, right field. Oliva makes the grab on the run.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Now the catcher up to hit, Jason Varitek. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And the pitch a little bit low, ball 1. And another ball. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Outside low, and the count is 3-1.
3-1.
The Red Sox down by a pair. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And ball 4.
Oh yeah, we got a full slate of sports tonight. We got baseball, we got the NHL playoffs, we got basketball. Let's go.
But he's gonna have to buckle down right here.
First and second, 1 out. Here's Andres Jimenez.
Was watching Champions League soccer this afternoon. Semifinals.
Pitch misses there.
Got some more Champions League semifinal soccer tomorrow. And then next week is the other leg for the semifinals. And we'll have the finals after that at some point. Let's go.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Larner on the move to the alley. He's got it. Runner tags at second. And he moves up a base. So 2 away with runners at the corners.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Wagner, the next to hit, takes outside.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
Out to short, Correa. They take the force out. It's the inning. 2 left on. We're headed to the
my bullpen's blown out too, so I need some good pitching this game. So my bullpen can rest up for the next game tomorrow.
Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Lee back to work. Swings through the fastball up in the zone. One of the things with Correa, the impact he makes not just on offense but defense as well. A guy who's won a platinum glove as the best defender in the American League. Probably my favorite note though on Carlos Correa. He likes to before games go to a regular old batting cage and take BP with his dad. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
You know, variant speeds can be just as useful for a pitcher as movement. As you see right there, it really wasn't a great location. But the fact that the velocity change had the hitter off balance, and that's all you got to do sometimes.
Bunting, and it's in the air. Makes the grab, and a couple of quick outs. Well, he gave the bunt a shot there, but not able to execute.
Yeah, I think he rushed it a little bit, and when guys rush, it can be a pop-up or it can be bunted right back at a position player.
Killebrew in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. 2 down, nobody on, and we're at the top of the 5th. Foul ball.
This is important. If he can go 1, 2, 3 here, will be a very positive sign for him and for his team.
That just misses. Going to count 1 and 2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Two.
And it remains 2 and 2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Tosses to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Twins retired in short order, but they still lead this one 4-2. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well.
Right fielder, Henry Aaron.
Just
missed. That's the ball.
missed.
You know, these Red Sox doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out twice, so they keep finding ways to put their bat on the ball.
Nabs it, 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting left fielder.
I think the key, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Williams in the box for the 3rd time today as he takes that one off the plate.
What's up, Jared? What's going on?
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
The Red Sox trailing by 2. Last half of inning number 5. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
Twins have been a pain in my side. First game and now this game.
Full, and another power hitter lurking in the on-deck circle. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Chris, 3rd time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
And here is Manny Ramirez. And first offering is fouled off. Just missed.
That's a ball.
Oh, I thought you'd been playing. You hadn't played in that long?
And it's fouled away. That misses the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count.
Oh, why not? Did you get hurt or something?
And that's outside. Outside, and that is ball 4.
You know, I think he's okay.
Ooh, I thought they were going to call Manny on the swing.
But he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
And now David Ortiz, 0 for 2 in this one. On the ground, right side. A dive, he's got it.
Oh, okay, the season just started. Makes sense. How'd it go?
Making it look easy at the keystone position. Definitely worth another look. He'll get some high fives when he gets into the dugout.
Back inside Fenway Park, all set for the start of the inning. And now for the Twins, Justin Morneau. And first offering is fouled off. You know, Singy, they talk about Red Sox Nation, but there is something to that because the Boston Red Sox aren't just about Boston or Massachusetts. It's that whole New England area. So you're talking about Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Northern Connecticut. There's a whole segment of the country that is locked in on the Boston Red Sox pitch to pitch throughout the summer. Joe Mauer, the next Twin up to hit. 1 for 2. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
They travel really well, and I think Red Sox fans are sprinkled all over the country.
That one fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Fouls it off, still 1-2. One down, bases in.
Did I miss something?
Cut on and lifted in the air. And it falls.
This lefty matchup thing's not going so well.
Now batting, second baseman, Brian Dozier.
One down. Now it's going to be Ryan Dozier. Dozier, a former Gold Glove winner, 29 years old, and he was drafted in the 8th round back in 2009.
Oh, what was the emoji for then? It wasn't a good game?
Here's the pitch. Runner on the goal. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. The throw to third. In there safely.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but
Now
he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Well, that's baseball. I mean, you know,
more damage right here.
you just gotta hope you have more good games than bad games.
That one close. Rule the ball.
Oh, that's a strike. Come on, umpire. I need
career trajectory. The thing that really jumps out,
need
the
to get through
and
this.
the defense early on. Runners are at the corners, one away. Swing and a foul straight back. Just missed. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, in this situation with a runner on first, less than 2 outs, some say, hey, get the ground ball, double play with 2 strikes. Some people say get the strikeout. I think you just execute your pitch, make the best pitch you possibly can, and let the result be whatever it's going to be.
That's cool. Yeah, pitching is fun. I think you were telling me about your like the pitches you threw before.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Toughest pitch to hit, fastball on the outer flat. Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
Trevor Larnach, the next twin up to hit. Step off, throw to first. Dozier gets back easily. That one is absolutely belted. And it's into the gap. 1 run's in. Coming home. Relay throw.
Why is that? Why won't you play all the positions?
Right there. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
So runner at second, 2 down. So up next for Minnesota, Tony Oliva. 0 for 3 in this one.
Oh, okay. No big deal. I hope I need to get through that. I need to get through like another batter or 2 here.
2 outs.
I just gotta eat this game. The bullpen got so worked in the last game. If I lose this game, I lose this game. But I gotta use Lee and then my long reliever and just go from there.
Man on second, 2 down. And right back to the mound. Throws to first. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. It's now. And we're back here. Here at Fenway Park, bottom of the 6th. So stepping in for Boston, Willie Mays.
Would have been nice to get a lot of offensive support in this game, but the last game they won 9-8, and it went to 12 innings, and I had to use like all of my relievers, even ones that were tired. So now my bullpen looks like this. Everybody's tired. I don't want to drain them all too much. I got a game tomorrow against the Twins, then I got an off day, I believe, so should get on back to normal. Got to think long term here, not short term.
Smith, the next to hit, takes ball 1. The Twins leading by 4 here in the bottom of the 6th. Bunt attempt, but that goes foul. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
1-2's the count.
The shortstop takes the ball.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter. That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Varitek stands in now and watches strike 1. Lifted in the air down the left side. Buxton makes the grab, and that ends the inning. We go to the top of the 7th, and the batter will be the shortstop, Carlos Correa. Clips the corner. That's strike 1. There's a swing and a miss.
0-2.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Sitting off speed there. Timing wasn't quite right on the fastball, even to try to late emergency hack and foul it off. But very quality pitch located. I like that little 2-seam arm side run.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Red Sox bullpen. Cliff Lee out of the game, just never found his groove, wasn't able to settle in. New arm coming on, back in a moment. Clay Buckhurst gets the ball now.
Number
he
61.
pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. Carew in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. Next offering upstairs. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Leaps at the wall, and he's got it.
Let's go, Jimenez. Good play.
Harmon Killebrew, the next Twin up to hit. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
It's 0-1.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Pitch misses. Now 1-2.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Fires over to first. And the Twins go 1-2-3. Nothing doing here for the Twins. They lead it 6-2. The new pitcher in the game, Danny Coulomb.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Back now as it'll be a pinch hitter to lead off. Wade Boggs.
Man, it must be nice to pull a superstar off your bench, huh?
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Next offering is fouled back. And the next pitch is way outside. And that one a little bit high.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Here's a 2-2. Breaking ball misses down and away. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Larnach hauls it in, and there's one away.
Up next for the Red Sox.
Here's the second baseman, Honus Wagner.
Honus Wagner.
And there's a ball. Minnesota's bullpen with some action. Cole Sands warming up for manager Rocco Baldelli. Puck getting loose as well. Inside, 2-0. The Red Sox down by 4 here at the bottom of the 7th. There's a swing and a drive. High bounce over the fence for an automatic double.
That was loud contact and a no doubt doubled off the bat. I didn't know it was going to land in the bullpen though, and he's really improving his accuracy out there. It's almost like he tried to do it.
And now the right fielder, Hank Aaron. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Wagner leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. In there at the knees, and the count even 1-1.
1-1.
Well hit the other way. That one going back and foul.
That's a foul.
And he hits a ground ball right side and foul ball. Next pitch misses way outside. That's down and in.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
1 out and a runner at second. Got him. 2 gone. And next for the Red Sox, Ted Williams. And there's the strike.
0-1.
Runner at second, 2 down. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Wagner flying around third. He'll score. Safe at second with a double. 3rd hit from him this afternoon.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there. Really important at bat coming up now.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Danny Coulombe is done. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for
new
Minnesota.
Pitcher now, Joe Nathan.
Number 37.
And we all know about his slider. It's
Joe
just
Nathan.
filthy, man. And One of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
So, runner at second, 2 down.
If I can get a bomb here from Manny, that could change the complexion of this game. Let's go, Manny.
First pitch.
Good eye, man, Ram.
1-0.
Nathan. He's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts. In a tough spot like this, that is a big-time benefit. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And they hold him at third. 90 feet away with 2 out.
Now batting, first baseman.
Okay, not a bomb, but tying one at the plate now with Big Papi. Okay.
There's a pretty good chance this game is going to turn on one swing. There's a strike.
As a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
2 aboard, 2 outs. In for a strike, and it's 0-2. The tying run at the plate. Way high there. And it's 1-2. Tying run at the plate. Not close with that one. 2-2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Staying in the game on defense, Wade Boggs. He'll play third after coming into the game as a pinch hitter.
Number 26.
So digging in, Justin Morneau.
Wade Boggs.
Buchholz back to work. Swing at a ball lifted to center field. 1 away.
Up next for Minnesota, catcher Joe Mauer.
Mauer, the next twin up to hit. Right through there for a strike.
I'm impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, then you can play around a little bit more as the at-bat expands.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Now a screamer into the outfield. Willie Mays makes the play.
Now batting, second baseman Brian Dozier.
2 down, base is empty. Now it's the second baseman, Brian Dozier. And there's a strike.
I think he was sitting off speed right there because he just let the fastball go by.
Just missed.
Outside.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And downstairs.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. And that is that. Nothing doing for the offense that time. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Twins 6 and the Red Sox 3.
You could encounter the greats, or you could get shipped and counted away, but you counterfeit. I counted your fits.
Now pitching for
Back
Minnesota.
now, new pitcher on the mound as
Number
we roll
61.
into the bottom of the 8th. Brock Stewart. Willie Mays digging in now.
For the Red Sox, center fielder Willie Mays.
That one fouled hard the other way. There's a strike. 95 of that one. That one not close. 1-2 to count. And delivers outside. That one is blasted. Left field towards the monster. Into the monster seats and gone. They must be going crazy in the dugout. And they cut into the deficit. It's 6-4. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
And now Ozzie Smith. Just missed.
Ball.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Next offering is fouled back. And that one's a little bit low. 2-1.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touched him.
Dozier makes the grab, one down.
Now batting, catcher Jason Varitek.
Jason Varitek now at the plate. That's a strike across the top of the zone.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
That one finds
Oh, we're a bloop and a blast away from
He
tying
may
it.
have not liked either of those first two pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
That misses the zone.
1-2.
And the count 1-2. Just off the inside edge.
Boog, he never
2 balls,
moved
2
because he
strikes.
never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Line drive, and
That
it
ball's
goes
foul.
just foul. Swings and misses. Gassed it right by him. Here comes the manager out of the Twins dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Brock Stewart will depart. 2-run ball game. A.J. Puck gets handed the rock out of the pen.
These are the spots
A.J.
relievers
Puck.
really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
And a little something extra at stake in this at-bat, as he's hitless so far with his hitting streak in jeopardy. Misses inside. And now it's even 1-1. Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
On the ground right side. Slings to first. That's the third out. Inning over. Solo homer helps Boston cut into the lead. It's a 2-run lead now at 6-4. Back here at Fenway Park, all set to start the ninth in this one. And now for the Twins, Byron Buxton. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's got his second double of the game.
Well, that's how you respond. Leadoff man comes
fielder,
up, gets in the
Trevor
scoring
Ryan.
position. Now, there are several ways that they can get this run across.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Larnach will hit next. That one outside, and that is ball one. This one chopped to first.
That's a foul.
But it kicks foul. Runner in scoring position, nobody out here at the top of the ninth. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. That one missing inside. Out towards right center field. Hank sizes this one up. He's there. He's got it. Runner tags at second. And the throw's offline. Safe at third. And next for Minnesota, Tony Oliva.
Here's a sac fly situation, and he's got to make sure he gets the ball out over the plate and get those arms extended. They're trying to crowd him with the infield in. This would be a big pickup if he can push a run across.
Inside, almost got him. To the right side. Steps on first for the out.
Up next for the Twins, shortstop Carlos Correa.
And here comes Carlos Correa. And that's downstairs and outside. Buxton on third with 2 out. Check swing, and he went 1-2.
1-2 the count.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Two outs. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. To the bottom of the 9th we go. Top of the order, 2 up. It's the Twins 6 and the Red Sox 4.
Yeah, I heard he hit a homer. Nice. I think the Orioles are. I think Gibson's pitching for them today. I think it's his first start of the year. I think I heard. Unless that's tomorrow.
Save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Back to the top of the order. And the batter down on his way.
Yeah, he's okay. He's not the greatest pitcher, but still impressive. I think it was 3, right? Wasn't it back to back to back? Not just back to back. I think it was 3. I got the update on my phone.
He's 2 outs away. Hank, the next to hit. This guy with big.
He could have used getting on base there from Hannes.
Close, but call the ball. Ball 1. Jax, a righty that throws with power. 30 years old now, and he was a 3rd-round pick.
I got my brand new David Ortiz green jersey on today, and I was at Chick-fil-A. The dudes next to me were like, "Yo, sick jersey. That's our last name." Because their last name must have been Ortiz. They were like, "Yeah, he was our favorite player." I was like, "Oh, that's cool." Yeah, they were like, "That's like a unique jersey. You don't see that one very often." I'm like, "Yeah, the green jersey's a special one they wear on St. Patrick's Day, or they wore on St. Patrick's Day. It's an old school one. They used to wear it for batting practice sometimes."
And misses inside. Gets a piece and stays alive. One down, base is empty. Got him looking. And
Rolling ball didn't even touch the plate.
Frustrating for this guy. He knows the strike zone extremely
umpire, come on, man.
He'll take that punch out, but
That's bringing the game tying run to the plate. Now you're punching me out on a ball off the plate. Come on.
Out for the Red Sox in this one. Ted Williams up next for the Red Sox. He swings and fouls one off. That's a ball. Went with the sweeper. 2-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. The Red Sox down to their final strike. That was the sweeper, but it missed.
Oh, you don't want to call that one a strike too, umpire? Okay.
And they'll do it again. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, this was a total team effort, using 6 pitchers in this ball game to get the win. Outstanding job of passing the baton. The next pitcher stepping up and getting it done. You got to give them a lot of credit, because this is not easy to do. We'll see how it affects them over the next couple of days.
And this one ends with a final score of 6-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi.
Ooh, my brother's in first place. Now the tie for the first time in a long time in this franchise now. Tough series for me. I need the soft day for my bullpen though after this 12-inning game. I think this was 12 innings. Yeah, I had to use freaking 12 pitcher. Oh my gosh, I had to use my entire bullpen. I feel like I played another 12-inning game recently too. That was a 10-inning. Alright, well, time for my brother to play a couple games. Thanks for watching, people.